In this section, you will read one passage and answer comprehension questions about the passage. You have 18 minutes to read all of the passages and answer the questions. In the exam, when you want to go to the next question, click the Next button. You may skip questions and go back to them later as long as there is time remaining. If you want to return to previous questions, click on the Back button. You can click on Review at any time and the review screen will show you which questions you have answered and which you have not. However, this is a mock test, and you cannot use any buttons. You should read and answer the questions within 18 minutes for each passage.
In this section of the test, you will hear dialogues and academic talks, and you will be tested on your ability to understand them. You will hear each dialogue and academic talk only once, and then answer questions after each is finished. The questions ask about the main idea, supporting details, and the way the speakers use language. Answer each question based on what is stated or implied by the speakers. While you listen, you may take notes. You can then use your notes to answer the questions. 1 to 4. Listen to a conversation between a student and the head of building maintenance.
Excuse me, I'm looking for the head of building maintenance.
That's me. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm hoping you can. I'm sure you know that the library on the north side of the campus is being renovated.
Right. Yes.
And right beside the library is a dorm, the John Baker Dormitory, which is where I stay. So, I guess you know there's a serious noise problem for the students living in that dorm. It's an understatement to say that the noise is disruptive. And what's worse is that the noise makes it hard for me to concentrate.
Yes, I understand.
Hold on. I'm not finished. It's impossible to do anything with that racket. The construction crew starts work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm awakened by the noise, and then I'm forced to eat breakfast to it. I guess I don't have to tell you that it's impossible for me to study or rest in my dorm room.
0K. Okay.
And what's even worse than the noise is the dust that keeps wafting through my window. Surely this dust is dangerous. It could cause respiratory problems and other ailments, right? Is the university aware of this problem?
Of course, we're aware of the problem.
Oh, and have you seen what the construction site looks like? Well, from my dorm window, which is only 10 feet away from the site, the view is very unpleasant. And there are 4 more weeks left until the end of the semester. I'm sure the other students are complaining.
Yes, as a matter of fact, they are.
Why not stop the construction at least until the semester is over?
Well, if the crew stops work now and starts again at the end of the semester, wouldn't the students attending summer classes then face the same problems?
Then, the construction workers should put the work on hold at least until the exam period is finished. I mean, think about how the noise and dust affect the students' studies. The university is supposed to provide a setting that's conducive to studying, but instead, it's making it more difficult.
We do want to make it easier for the students to study. That's why we're expanding the library. The students will have a nice, new library, and it will be much more spacious. Anyway, as much as I'd like to, do what you're requesting, it's impossible. You see, the construction schedule was set by a special committee several months ago, and it can't be changed. You see, the university will be holding an exhibit of local artwork in the library in 6 weeks, so if the renovations aren't done before then, it will be a major problem. We would have to cancel the event, which obviously isn't an option.
Oh, I see.
And even if we could postpone the work till the end of the semester, the site would be a major safety risk for students. I mean, just think about all of the equipment and construction materials that would be left lying around. Students would be in constant danger of being injured.
There's got to be something you can do. Can I move to another dorm? At least temporarily.
I believe there are still some empty rooms in the John Collins dormitory. It's a smaller dorm with smaller rooms. Maybe this should have been announced before the construction started. Some of the students affected by the construction have already moved into that dormitory, and they're allowed to stay there until the work is finished. Let me just make sure there's an empty room available. Well, I'm pretty sure there are a few more left. I'll call the dorm manager and let you know right away. Can you give me your email address?
Sure. Thanks. I appreciate the help.
Now get ready to answer the questions. You may use your notes to help you answer.
Listen to a conversation between a student and her professor.
Hi, I'm sorry. I must be in the wrong office. Isn't this Professor Bell's office?
Yes, it is. Professor Bell is on emergency leave. I'm Professor Collins, and I'll be using the office while he is away. My office is being renovated, and until the work is finished, I'll be working out of Professor Bell's office.
Oh, I see.
Can I help you? Well, I'm not sure if I can, but I'll do my best. If I can be of assistance.
Thanks so much for offering, but I don't know if you can help me. I came here to get special permission from Professor Bell. I guess he's the only one who can approve what I'm asking for.
If I may ask, why do you need special permission?
I'm majoring in psychology, and I want to take the art history class that Professor Bell is offering this term. I understand that the course is open to anthropology and sociology majors, but not to psychology majors. It appears that the psychology program is considered separate from the field of sociology. And the university has this weird rule that psychology students need special permission to take art history while sociology majors don't. It just makes no sense to me. And no one has been able to explain the reason for the rule. I find it really ridiculous.
I don't really understand the rule. It is a bit strange. But there must be some reason for it. I'm not really familiar with all the rules on enrollment.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll just have to wait till Professor Bell gets back.
I hope you don't mind my asking. Have you always wanted to study psychology?
I've always been interested in human nature, the reasons people think and feel the way they do. And, a lot of other fields are related to psychology. For instance, marketing bases much of its approach on studies of a target market. What people want and why they want it.
You have a point. I'm a little curious as to why a psychology major would be interested in art history. I can see the relation between marketing and psychology, but there isn't very much psychology in art history, is there?
I'm sure you could find some aspect of psychology in art history. But my interest in the subject lies more along the lines of work. I'm thinking of doing part-time work to help support myself while I'm at university. And I would really love to do something related to art. I mean, I've never taken a course in art history. But the work I'm interested in, being an assistant at a museum, doesn't really require a degree in the field. You just need to have some knowledge of art history and love art.
So you love art as well as psychology? Very, very interesting. Well, I can't give you special permission to enroll in the class, but I have Professor Bell's email address.
Actually, I have it as well. Why didn't I think of that? I'll write to Professor Bell on Monday.
Great. Could you let me know what your name is? I'd like to write to Professor Bell myself and let him know what an eager student you are. All teachers appreciate having students like you.
Would you really write to him? I'm flabbergasted. Thanks so much. My name is Brooke Williams.
Okay, Brooke Williams. I'll let Professor Bell know that I met you, and I'll make a recommendation.
I really appreciate this, Professor. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Collins. Joseph Collins. It was very nice meeting you, Brooke.
Likewise, Professor Collins. Well, see you again, Professor.
Now get ready to answer the questions. You may use your notes to help you answer.